Overwatch retail patch notes for January 9th, 2024. Today starts the Year of the Dragon event. Fireworks and festivities for the Year of the Dragon begin. Oh, no, never mind. It's not today. I'm dumb. On January 30th. Patches today, but not the event. Mischief and Magic Prop Hunt game mode returns with the Lijiang Tower Night Market map. That's what I'm actually really excited for this season. Out of all the game modes they did last season, I would probably say Prop Hunt was probably the best one. Definitely need to make some adjustments to it. And hell, can we get a streamer mode at some point, please? Like a real one, because playing Prop Hunt as a streamer was fucking terrible because everyone just cheated and opened up my stream and just chased me around the map. It was great. Well, the only prompts for Rogue Kiriko to transform into and make you look in every direction imaginable. In addition, celebrate with your fan favorite Lunar New Year modes, including Capture the Flag and Bounty Hunter Blitz. Okay. Y'all saw that? First up on the chopping block. The man, the myth, the terror, Mauga. If you haven't been playing Overwatch this season, let's say you took this season off because, you know, Season 9 is supposed to be all the new stuff. Mauga has just been dominating the whole fucking game. I don't even think, like there are ways to kind of, like, make him not feel as useful, right? Like Sigma and Diva. But if your team just, like, plays, like, full rush at that point, just runs at the Sigma, they die. Or they play, like, extreme poke against the Diva, you still win. And it literally is, like, unironically a pay-to-win hero. It's not like Release Brig. Like, there's some people that are comparing it to old Release Brig, and I'm just like, shut up. Like, you weren't there. Like, but it has been insane. So I saw on Twitter that they said that they were going to over-nerf him, or be on the safe side of nerfing, because of how boring he's genuinely made the game. And I'll be honest, I'll keep it a buck with you. I haven't even been playing Overwatch the last, like, week and a half. I've been playing, like, GTRP, Baldur's Gate, etc. And it's been fucking terrible. Or, no, those have been fun. Overwatch has been kind of terrible. But, you know, I kind of, it's not up to me to fix anything anymore. So, or talk about it. All right, let's go. Oh my Jesus. It's actually worse than I thought. Base health increased from 250 to 300. Base armor decreased from 250 to 200. Okay, so they've removed 50 armor, replaced it with health. Okay, pretty big change, but ammo decreased from 350 to 300. Okay. Lifesteal decreased from 70% to 60%. Cooldown increased from 10 to 12. That's a pretty big one. That's the big one right there. No longer grants infinite ammo. Still reloads Mauga's chain guns at the start of the ultimate. Yeah, that's a big nerf. Overhealth conversion rate decreased from 60 to 50. That's another big one. They basically are trying to, like, put him in the ground, but is it enough? Because, like, on paper, I'm looking at this and I go, wow, he's fucking dead. But then I think in practice, right? I think it depends on who he's fighting. Like, I would think, like, now if, like, you bump into a Sigma or Diva on certain maps, you're not going to be able to beat them anymore. But I wonder if you're playing against someone like, say, Ramatra or Orisa, who you kind of ate up a little bit, he's still going to do a ton of damage. Now, the big thing is the overhealth and the lifesteal. Those two are pretty big. The cooldown going up from 10 to 12 is also pretty big, but I don't think it's enough to, like, really feel that bad. The cage fight one's pretty big, though, because I used to just spray all my bullets, pop my kit, and keep spraying, don't stop spraying, have a full reload after, and, like, it was just, you know. Why are you guys all spamming about Orisa? What do you mean he doesn't know? Holy fuck. Removed fall-off damage penalty. What? Why did we bring back Overwatch 1 Orisa? It's literally Overwatch 1 Orisa without ammo in a bigger fucking projectile. I don't think people understand. Orisa was not that good. And I've said this for fucking ever. She just sucks to play against. Because it's like fighting a brick wall. Could you beat a brick wall in a fight? Probably. Why would you beat a brick wall in a fight? Because it can't hit back. But every time you punch the fucking thing, it hurts, right? But if you keep kicking it and punching it for long enough, you might actually make the thing fall over, right? But the wall can't really hit back. That still sucks to play against. Removing the damage fall off penalty entirely just makes old Orisa back. Like, what? The first thing I think of is now you play Orisa. So, okay, Overwatch 1, if you weren't there, you play Orisa Sigma for like the last 2 years of the game. You sit on high ground, sit on whatever, and you just sit there, spam chokes, whatever it is. But in Overwatch 2, you couldn't really do that because if you sat up top spamming, right, you didn't do much damage. But now you can. Now you don't have to hold the corner play really far up or really play in front of the team. You can just sit on a fucking high ground or a corner and just go, and guess what? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do about you? They literally can't do anything. So you just made Orisa so much more effective and so much more annoying to play against in one change. And that's not all. Now immune to taking forced critical hit damage. Fortify already prevents direct critical damage from headshots. Dude, I low-key was hoping that once the Mauga apocalypse was over, that Mauga was gonna be the Orisa counter, right? Like the counter. And like, you know what I mean? Like when they go Orisa, because like most players, especially like metal rank players, right? They have an Orisa, what do I do? You could go Zarya, right? But I'm sorry, but like most of you guys don't know how to play Zarya that well, and you don't know how to get to 100 charge. And then once you get to 100 charge, you have to like wait for both bubbles to come back up because you need 100 charge plus both bubbles to have that chance. Because they're so fucking tanky, so you need your bubbles to survive. And it's like, well, then you could just play Mauga and stand in front of them and just go and delete them, right? But there must have been someone in my chat that day that I gave that guy the bad advice saying like, oh, they have a Mauga, just play Orisa. Orisa will dominate Mauga. Before I knew that you could crit through Fortify, and they were like, wait, why did we put that in the game? Take it out. And now it's back to what I was saying originally. So if that guy who I accidentally gave bad advice to at the start of the season 8 is still playing Orisa, hey, that dude's gonna feel great gonna feel great today. Holy I want to obviously see the rest of the changes as well, right? But like, I feel like if I speak, I'm gonna get in trouble. But like, I've been pretty quiet the last month or two. I've been pretty quiet. But I've seen every other creator, and lots of people really complaining the last month, saying the game feels really fucking boring. And my answer is the gameplay loop. The gameplay loop feels fucking boring, right? That's what it is, genuinely. I think the gameplay loop has gotten boring. And the reason why Overwatch 2 was so much fun at the beginning was because it was something new, it was something spicy, and it was great. We haven't had any changes. There's no big passive changes. There's no, like, the balance, like the small changing of numbers and changing how heroes work isn't gonna fucking do anything. It doesn't change the game enough. It just, unfortunately, that's the truth. And like, you know, other games that we see that are on fire at the moment, I think Apex is a great example. Apex is on fire because it's doing everything wrong except its actual core, like, gameplay loop is fun. Everything else blows. We're the opposite. We're doing great and everything else. Like, monetization's gotten a bit better. They're trying new things. They're talking to us more. They're communicating more. We have plans for the future. They're reworking ranked. We have collab events. You know, the content schedule, new stuff every season, but the gameplay loop of the fucking game is just going down the shitter. And I don't know how to fix that. I really don't. And I'm worried because that's bad. And what makes it worse is I look at things like this, which obviously the community fucking hate, right? And like, maybe Orisa has a low win rate, right? But it doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter that much because people still like already have this mentality of like, oh, we're getting fucking rolled, especially in like metal ranks. Just go Orisa and fucking stand there and don't move. And at the higher ranks, whenever Orisa is meta, you just stand there and try not to fucking die. And it's so goddamn annoying. And it's like, how the fuck are we a year into this game and we don't realize that like the way the game is currently played is getting more and more boring every day, and we're not changing it in a positive direction. Obviously, there's more patch notes. Maybe I'm being dramatic for it, but it just feels like shit. It just feels like shit. And I feel like everyone's kind of saying it. And I feel like a lot of creators especially saw the last like 6 months where people were like complaining about stuff and everyone got really mad about it. And everyone's like being really quiet about it. No one like wants to say a whole lot and like rock the boat. But like, nobody wants to play that much right now. And like, even in ladder, like, you're kind of incentivized not to play the game. Like, I don't know. That's my 2 cents. But anyways, though, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing like Orisa be played a lot, because you can just play sniper Orisa and play high ground with snipers and shit now. So good luck with that one. Roadhog, probably a Roadhog nerf, right? Yeah, not surprised. Amount of healing reduced from 500 to 450. Cooldown between usages increased from 1 to 1.5 seconds. I would assume that this matchup's going to go crazy now. Like, for a long time, Orisa's always beat Roadhog in the matchup, but at least since recently, Roadhog actually kind of beats Orisa now. Just because you can out-sustain him. Like you were tanky enough to out-sustain her. And then if you're able to get a nice hook off on the Orisa, it was GG. And if you got your ultimate was way better. Like Orisa pops her ult, you pop your ult and you just delete her. I'm like, good luck, dude. But yeah, this is actually a pretty decent nerf. I think Hog was a little too strong. But I didn't think like Hog was like the worst. Hog's the same thing as in a lot of ways. Hog is just another version of Orisa, just with like more fun mechanics. Does that make sense? He was like super tanky. You could deal with them, but had more skill expression. Not a bad nerf. Not a bad nerf. I'm okay with it. It's not bad. Probably needed. All right, so Sojourn. What? Sojourn is literally hard meta right now. What? Why? Like, no offense. Like, are you dumb? Not at the medal ranks. LOL. Oh, so because you're not good at the game, we should make the arguably the hardest carry hero in the game for the DPS role stronger? Oh, okay. That makes sense. A lot of DPS players have been complaining recently, saying that their role feels cosmetic. And they're right. They're genuinely fucking right. And you might sit there and move, let's shut up for a sec. Let me finish. They are cosmetic when they're not picking certain heroes. For example, Mei and Rush. You play Mei and Rush, you dominate the whole game. We don't feel like you're doing a lot. You just have good walls, you slow people, you just sit there, psst. You're not playing DPS, you're playing mini tank, right? Sojourn. You pick Sojourn Mercy, and you're a really good Sojourn, and the Mercy understands what she's doing. Pyum, 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 pyum. You get that. Remember last time I played ranked? Remember that last day I played ranked like a week and a half ago? I don't know if you were there. Sojourn on the other team had like 67 kills. And we won. We beat them. The 67 kill Sojourn. That guy literally was 2v5ing our whole team. By himself. Right? Unfortunately, their tank wasn't that good. And their other support wasn't that good. And the other DPS was not playing the correct hero. So they just lose. But if they had played all the correct stuff, they would have won that game. But what happens if you played Cass? Sim on not correct maps. Junkrat. Torb, not against dive. Sombra without dive, or if they don't have a mercy. Ash without a mercy pocket. Soldier against dive / against super heavy rush maps, right? Like, unless you're making the correct picks at all times, right? And now you could make an argument there, like, well, you're gonna make no, but there is more flexibility in, especially the support role. The tank role, not as much, at least recently, but like there's some flexibility, right? Like on Gibraltar, you can go Diva, you could go Doom, you could go Winston. If you're an insane ball, you can go ball too. But like, you get what I'm saying, right? Like there's some options. On the DPS role, there's not really as many options. But when you do pick the correct option, you pop off. But if you don't pick the correct option, you feel cosmetic. And that's why the DPS players feel like their role feels cosmetic. But to the opposite side, you also sit there and you go, well, I have a 67 kill Sojourn that just fucking lasered my ass the entire game. And that's also true at the exact same time. So why why make the strongest hero already in the category even stronger? Because the part of Sojourn that's actually oppressive, and you know, Mercy players, I have nothing against you. It's the Mercy Sojourn pocket thing that's happening. And part of it is because Sojourn's hitbox is so hard to hit, so she's very small. Plus, getting full pocketed means that you have to hit her more times, right? Plus, the damage boost allows you to pretty much one-shot someone with a headshot with a railgun. Plus, the mobility of Mercy makes it hard to kill Mercy, but also Sojourn has good mobility, so it's hard to kill Sojourn as well. So because they're hard to hit, plus they have a one-shot, plus that they do pretty good consistent damage, plus they have movement, that's the stuff that makes it really fucking awful. And it's like, Sojourn bar herself wouldn't be that bad, but once you pair her with the Mercy, that's where it breaks. I don't know how you fix that. But it's not just damage boost. It's damage boost plus the survivability, plus the small hitboxes, plus the mobility. All of that, plus high ground control. Putting that all in together into one, it's just insane. And so, when you put this there, you just say to me that you don't understand that. You know, it's a very small change, but good Sojourn players knew that they needed to poke out once every 3 or 4 seconds, you know? Stop crying about Mercy. We're not crying about Mercy. We're talking about Sojourn becoming broken with Mercy. But it's not the Mercy's fault, and it's not the Sojourn's fault. It's the relationship between the two. And I just explained to you 3 out of the 4 reasons are actually not because of damage boost. It's because of survivability. It's about mobility. It's about hitboxes. So, please, lock the fuck in for 2 seconds. All right, anyways, though. Let's move on. Sombra. Grace period where stealth can be canceled immediately after entering it. Increase from 1.5 to 0.75 seconds. That's pretty good. She did go into it a little too quick. Cooldown now pauses at 1 second while capturing or contesting objectives from 1.5 seconds. Good change. Cooldown on respawning... Wait, what? Oh, cooldown on respawning decreased from 1.5 to 1 second. I would honestly, I don't even know why it's at 1.5 or 1. Basically just spawner invisible. Why not? I guess I understand the reason not behind that, but not bad. Not bad changes. These are fine. These are fine. Good change. Okay. Wait, that's it? Wait, that's it for DPS changes? Really? It's like a quality of, this is like a buff and a very small nerf / quality of life changes. Okay. Season 9. Right. You're right. Season 9. Gotta hold out hope for Season 9. Okay, let's go supports. Oh. Ana. Effect duration reduced from 3.5 to 3 seconds. Whoa. I didn't think they were gonna do it. Holy shit. That's fucking huge, actually. Didn't they do this before, though? And it was like really not bad for, or it was really bad for Ana? I mean, I've already talked about this in the past, but I personally think at this point, like, if we're just going all in with the reworks, like, there might need to be a conversation happening about, like this, exactly, like, less duration, but, like, maybe giving Ana 2 nades, you know? That way, you know, you don't feel it's, like, much of a free win button, but at the same time, like, that would have to be a whole different rework. Like, you'd have to have, like, the passive would have to change. That way you can still, like, be aggressive with it, but you can also help your teammates more. Like, I think was it the podcast we talked about it? I don't remember, but we talked about it at some point where, basically, like, I had this, like, realization where you're talking about 6v6 versus 5v5, right? And people were talking about in the last month or two that Ana needed reworks. Like, oh, Ana nade's so strong, you just throw it in, you win, right? Objectively not wrong. Objectively not wrong. But Ana is also one of the most beloved heroes of the game, and always has been. And I feel like if you're getting to the point where like a character like Ana needs to be reworked, like, uh-oh, did we make a mistake with 6v6, 5v5 versus 6v6? Like, uh-oh, like canary in the coal mine type of deal, right? And so my thing was like, if we are going to go all in on it, like, yeah, anti-nade is really, really hard to deal with. Especially in a game where you have so much damage and so much healing coming out. So like the idea that was kind of like proposed was about how do you make it so that Ana is still having playmaking potential? And it was like reducing Ana nade anti to like 1.5 seconds, but have it on like a 7-second cooldown. Or give her 2 nades, right? So like she can throw it more often and make more plays with it, but it's not much of an uptime, right? Like, not saying this is gonna happen. We're just talking about like, how do you, is this like literal speculation on how do you make it so that she can still make impactful plays and feel fun and impactful without removing so much of her identity? Does that make sense? That was the whole point. So relax, pump the brakes over there. Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty big nerf though. All right, next. Okay. Ilari, primary fire charge gain is no longer paused by secondary fire, nor channeling captive sun. Good quality of life. Ammo increase from 14 to 60. 16, I mean, I guess another good quality of life. Not crazy. Captive sun now fully refills secondary fire resource and resets overheated status. I didn't know it didn't do that. Remove the damage fall off penalty on the Sunstrike explosion. I didn't know there was a fall off on it. Okay. Lifeweaver projectile speed increase from 70 to 80 meters per second. Okay. And no longer pierced by piercing projectiles. Whoa. That's kind of annoying. So like so you can't get punched by Ramatra and by Fire Strike now? I told you, I've been kind of off in Variety Land for the last almost 2 weeks, actually. This is a nothing burger. Like, this is a straight up Orisa buff. This is a kill Mauga and then buff Orisa. I think honestly all you're gonna do now is you're probably gonna slot in Orisa over Mauga. Yeah, you could still have that Ramatra meta pop up. Like, Ramatra's probably still gonna be pretty good. But like when I look at this, right? When I look at this, and I think about how good Ramatra was, but like Orisa, like you ever played Rhine versus Orisa? Playing Ramatra versus Orisa is very similar in a lot of ways. But now that like this just like hard enables poke. So you can just poke out the Ramatra comps, and if you get up close, the Orisa will just bully the fuck out of you. You know what I mean? So like Orisa used to bully you if you were up close, but at far away, she wasn't that good. But now she can poke you with everybody else, and then if you get close, she bullies you. So, maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I genuinely do hope I'm wrong. I really do. But it feels like they just probably killed off Mauga, which is good. Replace it with Orisa, though. So it's like... She has unlimited ammo when she shoots until 0 bullets, then uses her heal beam during reload. She has unlimited ammo, try it in the range. Okay. Oh, just shoot? Okay, hold on. Can't shoot though. Oh. Oh. Well, if you thought support was feeling weak this season, have I got news for you. So yeah, I guess the way you do it is when you hit 0 bullets in your gun, you hit right click or the heal button to cancel the reload, and then just start trying to fire. And then I did it like 2 or 3 times, and then it just started working. And I went into negative bullets. So as you can see, I have negative 203 bullets out of 16. Oh, can we see the Orisa change too? Oh yeah, good point. Sorry, I'll show you the Orisa change. My apologies.
Only in unity will we find strength. I was made to protect, and I shall. Supercharged and on fire.
Now you might be saying, but Fletch, you're just shooting training balls in the training range. That's not the point. I'm trying to show you damage fall off.
I warned you.
But yes, obviously there's going to be a bit of an effect here because I'm shooting bots in the training range. But the same thing will happen.
I'm on fire.
Let me show you a better example. Let me show you a better example. Okay. This is right here is a choke. Okay, I'm gonna wait for someone to walk through the choke. Okay, see this angle I have right here? Like, let's say it's like someone's coming this corner, and the bot's gonna walk back. Okay, we'll wait for him to come. We'll spawn him on the other side. You spawn on this side? Okay, I'm gonna let him go back in. I'll let him go back in, and then like pretend like this is a corner, like I'm playing ranked. Okay, playing a corner here, playing a corner. Span damage got him down to half HP from this range. The point is that you're just gonna be able to play hard spam just like you played old Orisa. And I played old Orisa. Maybe a lot of you weren't there for old Orisa. This blowed to play. I mean, current Orisa kind of blows to play anyways, and it blows to play against anyways. But point is, I don't know. Anyways, enjoy the patch. I'm gonna go play some GTRP.